Most front-end developers don't have a React problem. They don't have a Next.js problem. They don't even have a state management problem. Most of the time, they have a browser knowledge problem. Hey DevConnect, today many developers are learning frameworks very fast. React, Next.js, Vue, Angular, Tailwind, Redux, Zustand, TypeScript. And that is good. But here is the hidden problem. A developer can know all these tools and still not understand why the page feels slow, why scrolling is janky, why clicking a button has delay, why hydration is heavy, why the layout shifts, why SEO is weak, why the app works fine locally but feels poor in production. Because frameworks help you build the UI, but the browser executes the experience. And that is the part many developers ignore. A framework is not the foundation of front-end. The browser is the foundation. React does not paint pixels. The browser does. Next.js does not magically make your page fast. The browser still has to download JavaScript, parse it, execute it, render HTML, calculate styles, lay out the page, paint the pixels, and respond to user interactions. So when we only think in components, we miss the real execution pipeline. We think, I clicked a button so React updated the state. But the browser thinks, I need to run JavaScript, update the DOM, recalculate styles, do layout, paint, and keep the page responsive. That is a very different mindset. When a junior developer sees a click, they think, function called, state updated, done. But a senior front-end engineer asks, how much JavaScript ran after this click? Did this update trigger unnecessary re-renders? Did the layout recalculate? Did the browser block the main thread? Did the user feel delay? This is where front-end becomes real engineering. Not just writing UI, but understanding how the UI becomes visible, interactive, and smooth. This is why framework knowledge alone is weak, because frameworks change. Today React, tomorrow Solid, Next.js today, another meta framework tomorrow. But the browser remains the real platform. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, network, DOM, rendering, events, storage, caching, main thread, web APIs. These things are not optional. They are the base layer. If you understand only React, you are limited to React problems. But if you understand the browser, you can solve problems across React, Next.js, Vue, Angular, Svelte, Solid, or even vanilla JavaScript. That is why browser knowledge gives you long-term power. Let's take a real production example. Imagine a streaming website. The page has video player, ads, GTM, analytics, Firebase, API calls, SSR data, subscription logic, authentication checks, recommended content, CO content, third-party scripts. Now the page becomes slow. A basic developer may say, React is slow, but that may not be true. The real issue could be too much JavaScript running on the main thread, large SSR payload, heavy third-party scripts, unnecessary hydration, too many client-side calculations, bad caching strategy, too many re-renders, or video player scripts competing with analytics and ads. In this situation, changing one component will not solve the problem. Adding use memo everywhere will not solve the problem. Changing Redux to Zustand may help in some cases, but even that is not the full answer. The real question is, what is the browser doing and what is blocking the user experience? That is the front-end architect mindset. A normal front-end developer asks, how do I build this component? A good front-end developer asks, how do I make this component reusable? A senior front-end developer asks, how do I make this feature scalable? But a front-end architect asks, how will the browser execute this entire experience? That question changes everything. Because now you think about when JavaScript should run, what should render on the server, what should render on the client, what should be cached, what should be lazy loaded, what should be delayed, what should be removed completely, what should be handled by CSS instead of JavaScript, and what should never be sent to the browser in the first place. Strong lesson. This is why the best front-end developers are not just framework developers. They are browser-aware engineers. They know that performance is not just bundle size. It is also interaction speed. They know CO is not just meta tags. It is rendering strategy. They know state management is not just choosing a library. It is controlling data flow and side effects. They know UI is not just design. It is how fast the browser can turn code into experience. And they know one very important thing. The user does not care which framework you used. The user only feels the result. Fast or slow, smooth or janky, reliable or broken, premium or cheap. So here's the real message. Don't become only a React developer. Don't become only a Next.js developer. Become a developer who understands the browser. Because frameworks are tools, but the browser is the battlefield. And the developer who understands the browser will always have an advantage. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's dive deep. Let's master the craft. And let's build like true devcatect.